So, what I'm trying to do here is really hard. It's really hard. So I have a pretty big problem in my life that I need to be working on, and I haven't been lately. I've actually been literally running away from every one of my problems for a while now. You know, it hasn't been like the entire time. I haven't been on YouTube in a while, but the entire time I've been gone, it's like it hasn't been bad. But treatment is the kind of thing with mental health. It's the kind of thing that you don't just go once. You don't just get prescribed something once and then it's fixed. That's not how that works. You have to keep working on it consistently. It's like maintaining a good diet. You don't eat one salad and then you're skinny and healthy, you know? It just doesn't happen. And so for me, my biggest issue, if I want to really dig deep about what causes my brain the most turmoil, if you will, is that I fucking lie. A lot. And I don't do it with bad intentions at all. Ever, I don't think, you know. I, more than anything, I just want people to be happy and get along and shoot rainbows out their butts. But I mean, because I crave that so much, I crave this harmony, this perfection, this almost picturesque life for all of us, that I've fallen into a pattern of being dishonest with everyone that I give a rat's ass about, and I just hurt people that way. I just hurt them, you know. If I love someone, you know, if you love someone, you should be honest with them always, you know. And that doesn't mean like radical honesty, you know. That's not something everyone can do, is be honest all the time, you know, like, wow, I really have to poop right now or whatever. But just talking and telling people how you're feeling, no matter how unpleasant it is gonna, it is so loud out there, it's gonna make your life a lot less painful. You know, you keep a secret, you keep pain and shame and hurt to yourself, it only gets heavier. And I found that out the hard way recently, and I'm pretty sure I found it out before, you know, but I found out that I'm making myself miserable by pretending everything's okay all the time. And it's a constant battle of mine, you know. I want to be a role model for everyone. I do. I want to be someone to look up to when someone's in pain or just now being diagnosed with depression or anxiety, but I'm a filthy liar and I need to stop. So, I just, it's the hardest thing for me is to just tell the truth. You know, when I was in high school, I didn't know how to tell people I was hurting at all. And so I would tell them a little bit, you know, you tell people a little bit of truth, right? And so that helps. But then it's kind of hard to confront the reality and the ugliness of depression and self-harm and anxiety, and I glorified it because that's what people accept, you know? They accept the beautiful girl with the black hair who wears long sleeves all the time and is cute and flirts with you, but oh, I'm so hurt, so I don't want to get involved with you. No, I actually do want to get involved with you, but I'm terrified of being vulnerable. And that's what this is all about, is I cannot seem to ever be vulnerable. Drives me nuts. Drives me nuts. And so I gotta just tell the truth. I really do. So coming back on here, you know, I really need to do it. I really want to do it. The reason I actually stopped is because my boyfriend at the time moved in with me, and I get really embarrassed if someone else sees me videotaping, and so I stopped because we were living in the same bedroom. I didn't want to kick him out to take a video. It's like, what if the video didn't turn out and ask about it or whatever, you know, and it's just so hard to be real with people, you know, and I just completely shut down recently. I got a really cool job, you know, supervisor position, whoop whoop, and told myself, you know, I'm not gonna tell him about my mental health issues, because then they'll look down on me. And you know what I did? You know what I did? I imploded, you know. I tried to kill myself. And there were outside factors to that. I went through a breakup, lost my friend group, but, you know, by not telling people how I was feeling or embellishing anything, it becomes unbearable to carry that weight, that pain, all by yourself. You know, we shouldn't have to do that, ever. You know, there's always someone. If there's not someone, you can talk. You can make a video of yourself talking to yourself. That actually helps. It helps. Talk to your fish, your cat, your dog. Therapists, I recommend them to everyone. But I gotta start being more honest. I think we all do. It's so hard to just keep things to ourselves. And I really, it just, so like what I'm doing right now, just tell someone you care about one thing, one truthful thing. I think it creates a little bit of a snowball effect, you know? It's hard, but I think it's worth it. Been driving myself nuts by not talking. I'll shut down. I'll just keep in my room. I won't tell anyone anything truthful about myself because I want them to think of me better, but then I end up thinking myself poorly, and, you know, by not getting anything out, you know, my head just kind of cycles. I wouldn't wish that on anyone. Anyone. I had a pretty dramatic moment in my life recently, and I could have died, you know? And instead of just telling someone how I felt before it got so out of control, I would give hints and keep the rest to myself. And just implode. Just completely implode, you know? Killed me. Almost. It almost killed me. And I don't want anyone else to get to that point, you know? It's so hard to talk to people and be vulnerable. But I think it's worth it, you know? You don't have to be super open all the time. It's just tell someone how you're feeling, you know? Connect with them. Let them give you a hug, you know? I didn't get a hug from anybody in about a month, up until really recently when I broke down. Because I wouldn't let anybody in. Nobody. Not a single one. And that is how you make people self-destruct, you know? We all need to care for each other, but we also all need to be honest with each other. And I think should be a requirement. But regardless of whatever crap I'm trying to make sound smarter than it really is, just be honest with people. They'll be honest back, and you both might feel better. We all need to get something off of our chest. No matter how small or big it is, you know. And it's so much easier when we do. So that's what I'm doing, I guess. Telling the truth. Talking to myself, to a camera. Maybe or maybe not posting it. Just open up a little bit. You have no idea how good it might feel.